Welcome back to episode 3 of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. Today I'm going to finish this house off actually. I plan on putting some wool in, finishing off the roof at the top there, and even doing a bit of the interior. Of course I can't finish the interior because I don't have enough leather and paper to make the enchanting setup here, but I'm planning on putting the roof in here. I'm planning on putting wool up here and there to just kind of close it off. And yeah, then we can extend that roof over there and put all the stone bits to make it look like the overhang. And yeah, that's my plan for today. Apart from that, I think we can also start some farms. I want to go get some cows and stuff over there and just bring them up here to like make a little cow farm. Just so I can have like an accessible source of leather and stuff. And also, while I was off camera, I harvested some of the sugarcane and I got all the stuff out of the furnace. And since we actually have enough iron now, I'm going to make a full set of iron armor because this is very important for my own protection, obviously, and I think it's long overdue. So we're going to do that. We're going to get the advancement. That's fantastic. So then we can actually just chuck all of this on. Don't need the gold boots anymore until I go to the nether at least. I will save those because they are very important for the nether, I must say. Unless you don't mind killing a few piglins along the way. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to finish off this house. And since you guys don't really need to see that on camera, I'll just cut to that. So, see you when this is done. Alright, so take a look at this. I've finished the exterior apart from the windows. I'm still smelting the glass up and I kind of want to dye them. So I need to kill some skeletons so I can get some bone meal and get some white dye. But this is what I have done in the time that I was off camera. I think it looks fantastic. I love the wool and these arches here. I actually think I need to chuck maybe some staircases in here to make it more of a smooth gradient like up there, but other than that, I think I'm pretty much done with this. I reckon there's enough depth and detail in this. I don't really want to go overboard with the detail because I'm not very good at it, so I don't think I will do that. But look, I've finished it all around on all sides. It's a little bit weird up here because I didn't decide to go for the overhang because it just didn't really work. There wasn't enough space above for it to look like a proper overhang. It was more like putting blocks on top of the build. So what I did instead is I just cut it short there, and it looks okay. It doesn't look amazing, but I'm not too fussed about it. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And if it does bother me a little bit too much, then I can always go back and change that. But I reckon that's fine for now, so I'm going to leave that. And around here, this is what I did for the windows. So for the frame, I just got some trapdoors, and I just placed them along here on the side of this. And I'm basically just going to chuck glass in here all the way down. And I reckon that looks going to look pretty fantastic. Of course, we've still got the arch and the wool. I reckon it looks really, really nice. That's basically it for that kind of roof type. But over here we have the spire. Now, I haven't really taken a step back to admire this, but oh yeah, that is looking like a spire. I was really just guessing here because I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I just added stairs and stuff in there to just give it a little bit more depth and height. I was kind of contemplating putting walls at the top, but then I thought, you know, that would probably be a little bit too high or a little bit too thin at the top, and it wouldn't be as realistic. So I think I'm going to keep it like that actually. And then my other issue was with connecting it with the roof, but we've actually found a way around that. I just put some blocks in where the stairs were, so it just connects and there's no gaps in the roof, so it's all airtight. And I added a little door on the front with some stairs, but apart from that, the inside is still looking very bare. I have a lot to do, of course. All of this stuff it's gonna need to be cleaned out. I don't know what I'm gonna do in here, but it's gonna be interesting. And we've got a lot of space up here. Oh, tell you what, I haven't done that bit yet actually, so I should probably get a bit more wool to do that. Didn't didn't even realize that wasn't done. But right now I'm currently smelting up some bricks and some glass for the windows. And what I'm gonna do with the bricks is I'm gonna make flower pots and place them around, make some little ornamental trees so it's a little bit less brown in here, you know, just add a little bit of life to it. So yeah, what I'm going to do with these bricks is I'm just going to make a bunch of flower pots just to kind of make the place look a bit nicer. I don't know where I'm going to put them as of yet, and I don't know what I'm going to put in them, but I'm thinking some kind of tree is going to be nice. I think I'm going to have the enchantment setup just coming along on these blocks here. I could probably throw another one in like there, say, or there, maybe. I don't know. This is highly experimental, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to chuck some dead bushes in these and then put some oak leaves on top, just so it looks like a little tree. I reckon that'll be a nice little touch. So I got some oak leaves, and these are probably going to look a little bit weird because we are in the mountains, but it does look like a tree, I guess. And yeah, it does add a little bit of life. It might be a little bit cramped for a while, but I reckon that'll be pretty cool inside. Just add a little bit different color, you know, because it's going to be pretty monotone with all this wood. But yeah, so I've got all that and the dead bushes and stuff all spare. I did have to go get a little bit more dark oak for the roof because I was lacking, so I just had to do a little trip over there. But apart from that, nothing else has really changed. I need to go get some more wool to obviously finish this off, and yeah, once we've done that, I want to start a little cow farm so we can get enough leather to make the bookshelves put in here. I'll cut to that as well, when I'm finished with the house, of course. Alright, so I lied. We're not going to cut back to when the house is finished because I did have to go get some more wool because we were running low. So basically I'm just hounding these sheep until they eat the grass and I can harvest the wool. But since it's turning to dark now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to stay outside and see if I can find some skeletons so I can get some bones for the white dye that I need to dye the windows in the panes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hunt some skeletons for the night. Probably won't need too many, probably just like 5 bones or so. And look, there you go, there's our first skeleton. And I haven't used the shield yet, so this is a good opportunity to, bam, block that. And since we are in hard, they do shoot pretty fast, like really fast, so you can probably only get 1 crit hit in before they fire an arrow at you, which is kind of annoying, but hey, such is hard mode. And we did get some bones off that, 2 bones. I think that actually, it could potentially be enough, because, of course, when you convert the bones into bone meal, it turns into 3. And once you have bone meal, that's basically dye. You just need to convert it 1 more time, and then it's dye. So I'll have 6 dye off these things, and that might be enough, actually. So I'm just going to head in, sleep for the night, and if it's not enough, we can always just go into a cave and see if we can find some skeletons. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pillar up here and finish off this little section. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we want to... The wool actually comes in around here, which leaves us... It's a very small gap between there, but I think we can work with that. Might have been better if we put this one a little bit further that way, but that's alright. We can work with this. We just need to make this room look a little bit less awkward. I think we'll have to actually just put a roof on it, just so it doesn't look weird from the inside especially. Because like from the outside you wouldn't really notice it, but yeah. I think we're going to have to put a little roof across there, just so it doesn't look entirely too weird. What I'll do here is I'll actually just chuck some slabs in here and basically just cut that off there. Oh no, we lost those slabs, oh dear. Just so there's no gap in the roof, otherwise it just looks kind of weird. But there we go, our house is now fully enclosed and we've got all our glass, we've got bones. Let's see what we can do with all this. Here we go, let's put them in. Oh yeah. That looks fantastic. I do love the white stained bit there. Of course, clear is a little bit too plain for my liking. And yeah, we have plenty of panes. So now we are fully enclosed in. This is great. I think we are making really good progress here. But we're done with the glass now. We don't need the dye. We're done with the wool. We've got a little bit extra loot from the mobs over there. I want to get a start on the farms because the farms are going to be very, very important for this world. So what I'm going to do is I actually need to get some more spruce. I'll just quickly go and mine a couple trees so I have enough wood to do all the farms that I need to do. And then once I've got all that, I'll cut back and we can start doing the farms. So we now have plenty of wood to start the farms. What I'm going to do is I want to actually just get rid of all these variants here. I don't need to be carrying those around with me in my inventory. Don't really need the dark oak for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually planning on doing a pretty fancy fence for this farm. But before we get any animals, we need wheat, because that is how I'm planning to get the animals into the farm. So what we need for that is we need our stone hoe, we need our seeds, and we need our water. So that's pretty much all we need. I want to actually make some fences really quickly out of spruce, because I like the look of spruce fences. They're pretty cool. And, oh, silly me. There we go. Fantastic. Now let's find a spot where we want to put our farm. Perhaps out here so we have a good view of the farm. Like currently it's kind of just really blank. I reckon right about here is a really good spot to put the farm. Basically you just want to chuck a water source down somewhere. Don't really need the coal there. I want to take that out and replace that one with some dirt. But it's always good to have an actual infinite water supply, especially when you're making a farm. Since this is pretty infinite, I can just come over and use this, but basically we just want to make a little area here where we can just plant crops, so we can come out four blocks, so we can actually use all of this area here. We can use all that. We cannot use that one there, but that's easily solved. All we have to do is just add another water source in about that'll be fine. So of course it's going to look a little bit random, but I like the randomness of farms. If it's too neat and orderly, it just, I don't know, it's not really the theme I'm going for here. And look, there you go. We cannot actually grow crops here just yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more water. I want to just put another little water source in about here, just so all of this stuff can actually be used. And we'll probably actually stop it there because I don't want it to spread too far. That just looks a little awkward, and I do like the random look of this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly plant all this, and we get the advancement a seed place. It's probably a little bit late in the world to be starting a farm, but there we go. There's our farm. So we need to wait for that to grow, obviously, so we can get some wheat. And then once we've got the wheat, we can go and get some cows and stuff and just bring them over here into some sort of enclosure. I reckon I'll put them about here. I'll just clear out a little bit of space so we can actually put the cows here. And actually, while I'm waiting for the wheat to grow, I can start making the enclosure. Now, I do plan to have a little bit of a fancy design with the enclosure, and I'm going to steal a little tip, a building tip that I saw off, I think it was Green's channel I think it was a year ago now, actually. Yeah, it was a while ago. I haven't used the tip, but I have seen it, and it does look really nice. But it's basically just using walls and gates, fence gates. And it kind of just adds a little bit of height differences to the build, which is fantastic. I love the look of it. I'm going to need to make another shovel so I can clear out more of this, and then we can start putting the enclosure in. Actually, I just had an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hunt some more skeletons, because of course you can bone meal crops, and what I want to do is I want to actually get as much wheat as possible as soon as I can. I want to get this farm, this cow farm under construction as soon as possible, because the sooner we can get the cows, the sooner we can get bookshelves, the sooner we can get enchantments. Now, we've got a lot of cows around actually, so what I can do is I can just bring a couple into the enclosure, and then I can go out on a killing spree because we will have a renewable source of cow. Yes, we will be breeding the cow. But for now, we just want to find a little skeleton to stab. You can see some over there, but I don't really want to go and fight all of those ones. Nor do I want to fight all these zombies here, but such is life, and we must find the skeletons. We've got to give them a little bit of space to spawn as well, I suppose. And wow, okay, that's just a floating block. Cool. That's cool. It looks like we're going to have to come into this plains to fight these skeletons. This could be potentially dangerous, but if we're careful and we use our shield, we should be fine. Oh, spiders. I hate spiders. Do we have enough food? Yeah, we do. So what? Oh, I need to be careful with all this. So I need to make sure I've got enough food to survive. And hey, look at that. We got an iron ingot from that zombie. That's fantastic. So I don't really want to take on every single skeleton at once. So I've got to be careful. Of course, they back off, and there we go. Yeah, I didn't really want this to happen, but here we go. And we've actually managed to get them to fight each other, which is good. Mostly. And we're getting beaten up by zombies from behind. Not good. And now they're all shooting at us. Okay. So I've got to duck and weave, dodge all the arrows. And whoa, hello, there's a big hole there. Don't want to fall down that one. And okay. This is a potentially dangerous situation. Die. Just need to get this last one in here. And bang. Okay, I think we are in the safe zone for now. Wow, look at all those arrows. Oh, this is a war zone. We only got 2 bones from all of that. Are you serious? Oh, there's no. Oh, there's a few over here, I guess. But wow, that is quite depressing. And creepers, of course. I hate creepers, but the best way to fight them is to just kind of hit them and back off. And then that's basically the best you can do. So stupid skeleton missing me like that. And back off before the creeper blows us up. Actually, if you use your axe, then you can pretty much 2-hit them. Especially if you do the crit hits. I love the crit hits. Okay, so I think we've got enough bones now. Looking like a bit of a pincushion here, look at that. But yeah, this should be enough to grow enough wheat so we can get the cows on the farm and start breeding them up, which is fantastic. But for now, I just want to have a quick sleep so we don't have to deal with all these monsters. And actually, I can get a few more bones here. And maybe fight off these zombies. If I can get a potato or a carrot from these, that would be pretty great, because I'd love to grow something that's not wheat in this farm. And it looks like the dog is actually chasing off the skeleton, which is pretty cool. And what we can do here is we can actually see if we can tame a dog, but I don't want to use too many bones on this dog. There we go. We've got a pet. We've got a dog. This is fantastic. Now, this is going to be very useful, particularly if we've got skeletons or zombies chasing after us. I can just use the doggo to kind of, I'll just hit this zombie because I don't really want to fight the zombie, so I just want to get the doggo focused on the zombie and then I'll let the doggo beat him up. Go doggo, do your work. There we go. Thank you, sir, that was very kind of you. Alright, so now we've got a little bit of a slave to beat everyone up for us, which is fantastic. Means I don't have to worry about it as much. But I also got to be careful of the doggo, of course. You don't want to end up with a dead doggo. And we're just going to sleep for the night, just to kind of get rid of the mobs. And yes, we've got arrows disappearing on our body, left, right, and center. Oh my goodness, our inventory is a bit of a mess right now, but we've got a little bit of mob loot, and of course, a burning zombie coming into the house. Please do not do that, sir. I probably should not have left the door open for you, but oh well. Yep, now we're starting to, we've got some string, eggs, bones. I'm going to use the bones right now, actually. And then we can make this enclosure out of the brick walls and the fence gates. And yeah. So I just convert all of this to bone meal. Fight off this burning zombie. Get out of here, man. I don't actually want to keep the flesh, so I'm just going to throw that over there. What I can do, oh yeah, I should harvest this actually. I want to get as much sugarcane as possible because even after you've made all the bookshelves, it's still very useful. Particularly if you want to get a villager to trade with, you can make even more books or just do paper trades. It's really good to lock in trades and stuff if you want like a mending villager or something. So over here I did clear out enough space to make the enclosure, and I think I want to start it right there, so I'll put the corner there. And basically the idea is this, it does this little arch thing with the different heights in the walls. It kind of adds a little bit of, you know, complexity to the build, and I really like it. So it looks like we're gonna actually need a little bit more space here. Now I wonder if this spider's gonna aggress towards me, because I've heard that they only aggress at night time. So yeah, looks like we can just walk up, hug the spider if we wanted to, but you know, I don't like the spiders roaming around, so I'm just gonna end its life pretty quickly and just get some free string. Always handy. And then we can keep going with this enclosure. This is going to be a pretty large enclosure, but then again, we do plan to have quite a few cows in here. So yeah, look at that. It does look pretty nice. I want to add a little bit of light, so I'll probably get some lanterns in there, but for now, I'm going to grow up these wheat seeds over here, and there we go, we got some wheat. So now we can go over and grab those cows and chuck them in the enclosure, and since we have a nice even number of wheat, we can actually grow and breed the cows already. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to do that as soon as I possibly can, because the more cows the better, obviously. And basically it's exponential growth, so you want to get as many cows as you can before you start culling them off. Now I think I already do have a fair bit of leather, so I won't need to get as many cows, but it's still always good to have as many as you can possibly get. So over here, yeah, fantastic, we got 2 cows already. I can always, oh, there's another cow down here, cool. I wonder if there's any more roaming around. If we can get 4 cows in the enclosure, we can already get 2 little babies. Oh, that scared me a little bit. But dog, just calm down, yeah? What I want to do is I want to get straight to the level 30 enchantments, because it means I can basically start using the diamond tools as much as I want, and yeah. So here we go, we're going to start breeding these up. We should get an advancement for this, the parrots and the bats. Yep, fantastic. And we now have a little baby cow. How cool is that? And the good thing with this farm is you can actually get out any side you want. And yeah, so basically you can just drag them all over to one corner and then quickly run out the other side, and it doesn't really matter what side that is. So there we go. We've got a little dog stuck in there. Come on mate, out you come. Fantastic. And yeah, so cool. Now I can store these away, and we have our cow farm and wheat farm set up. So I think that is where we're going to end the episode for today. Obviously, I'm probably going to do a little bit of work in here, just off camera, just so I can finish off the interior and all the design in here. And obviously my storage situation's a bit of a mess, so I'll just clean everything up and sort it all out for the next episode. So when I see you guys next, it should be looking pretty snazzy in here. We should have chests on the walls. All this stuff should be out of the floor. I'm planning on putting a little underground area in. We should have all that sorted out before the next episode. And of course, we've got to clean up all this and add some stairs and get rid of all this jazzy stuff. So thank you guys for watching episode 3. I'll probably come back with an episode 4 pretty soon, but I don't know when I'll get that one out. Depends when I have the time, really. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.